It's undeniable in my opinion. The fact that some people still think he's not is dumb. I want to say the R word because the best word for it. It's fucking dumb. It's literally dumb is not good enough. You are an idiot if you think a fucking idiot if you think Michael Jackson's innocent. So your discipline's gone out the window. How so?
I'm just overindulging, just in everything.
Yeah, you are. What else are you doing?
Well, drinking, eating, smoking, vaping.
Prior to the stag, were you drinking like a lot already?
No,
again?
not a lot. No, just more that I'm not telling myself no at the moment.
Okay.
And I don't think that's a successful way to live life long term.
I mean, statistics would say so, yeah.
And then I just go, yeah, you are cycling 30 or 40 miles a week at moderate effort. So that outweighs all of it.
So you're almost overindulging in cycling as well.
Yes. Yeah. Probably, yeah. Yeah, I just go for a little phase at the moment, and then the discipline will all snap back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the hardest change is to change it all back again.
When was the last time you were really disciplined?
Probably 3-4 weeks ago, I reckon.
Oh, all right.
I don't think it was that long ago. They never last, though, do they? Whatever it is, whether it's like trying to make myself better, my career better, anything that my family life better, whatever it is I'm trying to make better, it does about 2 weeks, and then it just goes back to, I'm going to get fucked up all the time again. That's not literally true, but
Kind of.
to some degree.
This feels a bit like a therapy session.
Yeah, it wasn't intended to be. It makes it sound like a therapy session when you say things like that. Up until then, it's just, haha, look how poorly I'm living life. Haha. And then when you go, and how does that make you feel? That's when it turns to therapy.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Don't keep saying it, because it makes me think of the Good Will Hunting scene, and I will cry just for thinking of that. You know, it's not your fault.
It's not your fault, Kier.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault, though.
That fucking kills me every time I watch it.
I don't get it.
Don't you?
No.
Oh.
Like, I don't get that scene where people... Because loads of people are like, oh, it's just so sad. But I don't get it.
I don't think it's necessarily even sad.
Emotional. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just kind of nice. Like it's a breakthrough moment.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So there's like it's not necessarily sad, but not necessarily happy, but it's moving.
Moving. Didn't move me.
You're heartless though.
That film in general didn't. It was alright.
I like it.
It's very well rated, yeah. It's just, I don't know. I think I missed it a bit. I watched it when I was like 13.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think I was
Fully
like...
lost. Yeah.
And then when I watched it as an adult, because I knew everything that was... If I didn't know everything that was coming, I might have been a bit more...
Yeah.
You know. If I watched it now, I'd probably be like, oh, it's really good. Very moving. But like, I watched it when I was 13, so I was just like... This is just weird.
Why is he talking about his wife farting?
I'm just going to say what I said back then. This is gay. That's what I said when I was 13. I was like, this is a bit gay. I have grown since then.
Oh, I used to abuse that so much.
Same. Anything
So
anyone
much.
did, you just be like, that's gay.
Yeah. So much.
Not even for like homosexual stuff.
No, not even close to.
Someone would trip over, you'd be like, gay.
Yeah.
So weird.
It's weird that became the word. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think
Because it could have been anything.
Yeah, it could have been. Well, there was other ones.
Yeah. Stronger versions of the same thing.
Well, yeah. It's basically all just homoerotic words, wasn't it?
Yeah.
To demasculate your toxic masculine friends.
Oh, I suppose that is kind of, what it's from.
That's
But
what it's
it was-
for, yeah.
But it was like unintentional that it would be harming another group of people at the same time.
Yeah.
Didn't think that
But it
was
also
happening.
became its own... That's what I'm saying. It became its own word.
Yeah.
Almost. Because it was like, it wasn't to do with... It got to the point where you would pin it on things that weren't even remotely homosexual or anything remotely like that. It would just be like, gay.
Yeah, we should have just like made up a word and then we could still use it now.
Yeah.
That's the problem, is we used a word that already existed and then ruined it.
What do I call people now when they do stuff like that?
You need a word that's like weak, an idiot. Like, it's that kind of area, isn't it? That you're just like, oh, it's almost like you want to call someone something for being annoyed at their existence.
Toxic? That feels too real, doesn't it? You're
What?
toxic.
When I trip up a curb, you go, that's toxic. Doesn't even make any sense.
Gaslighter.
No, see, you're taking things that already exist again.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
People don't like it if you mess with the words that already exist.
Why not? Well, we're going to have to. We can't make a word.
Of course you can.
All right, flippity flap.
That's fine.
But
That means flip-flop already, but that's fine.
true. Okay, scarring. Scarring. There you go.
That just sounds like you're from Belfast and you're scaring. Scarring.
Scarring. It does.
But yeah, Shakespeare made up how many words? Like,
Did he?
1,200 words or something?
Shut up.
Words that we still use today.
Is this true?
Yeah.
Are you being serious?
He made up loads of words.
What?
So many words.
Give me one.
Right, I don't have a file of facts of them.
You can't drop this fact and then just be like, no.
My knowledge is not deep
You just
knowledge.
said 1,200.
Yeah.
So give me one.
One, you made that up? No, you didn't. I don't know. I don't know why I went as if I was going to think about it. I have no idea what ones he
Is that true,
made
though?
up. Yeah, he made up loads of
He
words.
made up words.
Yeah.
But like, for what?
For stuff that they didn't have words for already.
The fuck?
Right, my knowledge is not deep.
I'm so confused.
It's the headlines. I am the headline, and then someone else. You should see someone else for the article.
Right, okay.
I can give you the line on the top.
Headline written by Kier Phillips.
Yeah.
Article
written
by anyone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else. Run with it.
Yeah. Exactly like that. That's as good as I am with all things.
Well,
I'd be like, oh, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. And then people are like, oh, why do you think that? And I go, I just think that.
I read a headline.
I read a headline and a few things off of Instagram, and now I know.
I'm going to look at that Shakespeare thing. That's quite interesting. That's genuinely piqued
He
my
definitely
interest.
did make a load of words up.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do miss using the word gay. I know it was bad. Now. Not then. Obviously not then, I didn't know.
Yeah.
But now I know.
Just needs a little replacement, that's all.
But you can't...
I know it's too late for a replacement now, but it needed a replacement at the time. It needed a different word.
Yeah.
Because I've got home videos that are just ruined because of that.
Yeah.
Like, if I ever got to a level of fame where they're like, right, we want to use some of your old home videos, I'd be like, there's no fucking way. You can't see any of them. Because it's just me calling my brother gay every 10 to 15 seconds. It's crazy how often it is. And if I'm not saying that, I'm calling him other names that I'm not allowed to say anymore. Like, it's just ridiculous.
The other one.
Yeah, retard. I kept saying that. It's just those two words.
Yeah.
Right? He's just existing.
That's not
doing
the
his
one I was
thing.
going for.
Oh.
I used to use the other one.
Oh.
The really bad one. Not the really bad one. I know which one you're thinking of now. I wasn't just going around calling people the M-word.
Yeah.
That's the really bad one.
That would also have like zero context to why you were saying it.
Yeah. My friend would trip over the N-word. Wasn't that one. The F-word. I call people the F-word a lot.
Bunch of flips.
Flippers.
Yeah.
Flippers and maggots. Put them together.
Flat maggots. Oh. Flat maggots.
If you say that fast enough, you're going to get it.
Flat maggots sounds like a condition.
It does, yeah.
A condition that I don't want to Google in case there are images of it.
I assume it to be a foot thing. And it's where your foot's too flat and maggots.
Oh, I was saying flap.
Oh, flat maggots. Oh, flat maggots. That's definitely a condition.
Yeah, just like, blah.
Just any fat roll that a fly can get in.
Any sort of flaps that maggots could be made in. Imagine if you like lifted your belly up and then just like a swarm of flies went. Whoosh.
Oh, man. Can we move on?
Yeah, we can do. Do you think it's a real condition not to sweat?
What?
Because you know, like the Prince Andrew thing. I've been thinking about this because obviously I'm sweating on the way to work, and I was thinking, man, I don't mind sweating on the way home, but say I was sweating on the way in, it'd be nicer not to sweat as much on the way in. Can I self-inflict this condition that he has?
No, I don't think you can self-inflict.
Is it even a real thing?
I'm going to say probably.
Because I'm leaning towards not.
You say that, but then kids and teenagers do. Kids don't sweat, do they?
No.
So I imagine there would be some kind of rare person where that just follows through. Because that happens with loads of things, like body hair. Some people literally have no body hair. Like, not obviously it's alopecia, but not like a kid. But do you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
so if someone can have no body hair and then someone can have no pigment in their skin and things like that.
You're saying that, yeah, that as you grow up, you could just miss one of the things.
I mean, some people have no limbs.
What a fucking excellent thing for a paedophile to do. Like, excrete less.
The only thing with that,
That is
right,
a
is that
superpower.
if that is true, it was just the way Mike dropped it.
Yeah.
The way that it was one of his victims said that he was sweating all over. That's what she said, wasn't it?
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
sweating all over, and he went, "I can't sweat." And it's like that was not the time and place to bring that up. You probably should have said that like years before. That should have been like well documented. Like Prince Andrew does not sweat. He is an extremely rare case of an adult man who does not sweat. That should have been documented a lot longer than him going, "By the way, guys, she's a liar. I can't sweat."
It's also not the thing that I would jump on either.
No.
Like, they went, "We think that you molested this kid because you sweated on her." I didn't sweat. I'd be like, "I didn't molest that kid."
Yeah.
And then I'd go, "Oh, and by the way, I also don't sweat." Just as a second note.
Yeah.
I'll definitely defend the other part first.
Yeah.
And I'll go, "Actually, I don't sweat." Yeah, that's not really the point of this interview. We weren't trying to establish if you sweated on her or not.
Thanks for that information. So you did molest her? Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah.
That interview is fucking incredible.
It is good.
Why did you stay with that man? Yes, it was very unbecoming of him. The unbecoming.
I watched more of that than the Coronation.
Same.
Genuinely.
I've watched that interview several times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched
He was a sex offender.
the Coronation via Instagram videos. That's it.
I haven't even seen that. All I've seen is the vagina song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Camilla's vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even need the thing at the bottom to tell you that that's what it's saying. It already sounds like that.
Yeah, it does.
It's so good.
Have you seen the Grim Reaper as well?
No.
You don't see the Grim Reaper?
No.
That went everywhere.
I didn't see
There was a wide shot, like a wide aerial shot from inside the thing. And it was when some fucking choir boys were singing and Andrew was masturbating somewhere. But it's like a wide shot with the central thing being the door to the outside, and this like black cloaked figure just like runs past, like proper scuttles past, and it looks like it's holding a scythe. But I think what has been established from this is that it was somebody like who wasn't meant to be outside or something. They were like, "Oh fuck," and they just like ran past. And then because of the contrast, they look like they're wearing black, and they were carrying like a horn or some like thing for the ceremony.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, for a second I was like, what the fuck's he carrying a horn? Like, oh yeah, there are people just playing horns.
Yeah, there's people, not scythes.
Generally, my first thought was rhino horn. I don't know why. It just went,
Who the fuck is that?
a rhino horn. Rhinos,
Oh,
they have
rhino
horns.
horn.
Yeah. I think they're called horns. They're made out of like toenail, aren't they?
Tusk?
So,
Rhino tusk, I think is the right word.
is it? These are tusks.
Horn. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, horn. Yeah, rhino horn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like made out of toenails.
Do they do that themselves?
I don't think that's the scientific term. I think,
sculpt it.
I think it's just keratin. Is it keratin that's
Keratin?
hair and nails?
Serotonin? Serotonin?
I'm pretty sure it's keratin.
Serotonin. That means happiness.
I don't think it means happiness. I think it's a chemical.
I heard it means happiness. Shakespeare told me.
I didn't see any of the Coronation. I had absolutely no interest in seeing
Google
it.
the Grim Reaper thing later. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Because like you'll watch it and you'll go, "That does look like a Grim Reaper," but then when you know the context of it, it's someone who has went, "Fuck! Oh shit! I need to be over there. Fuck!" And then you know that it's all filming, so they've just went. You just see them like run across. It's great.
I would have loved it if it was someone dressed as just a Grim Reaper bobbling across.
Oh
there.
yeah.
The whole thing, like any pictures I saw in that, I just thought it looked insane.
Yeah.
Like, but I think that's because they've lived this whole life. They know what's coming. They're all prepped for what's happening and what they're going to be dressed in and that. And it's more my mind going, if I was in their position, if someone went, "There you go, quick swap," and then put me in that, I'd be like, this is fucking gross, what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
We're in a cost of living crisis, and you're dressing up as a king in this fantasy you have.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like, look at me, I've got a hat and a cloak.
Yeah.
Big
A lot of it is
sausage
very,
fingers.
very strange. I'm not one of these people that hates the royal family. Like, I do quite like having a royal family. I don't know how you feel about it. I think it's kind of a cool piece of history, especially to be like a lineage thing where it's gone for hundreds and hundreds of years. I do kind of appreciate that. But I do just think it needs to be modernized, and like things like the most annoying thing for me, this is such a small thing that really fucking pissed me off, because it kind of goes against the whole thing of why I like having a royal family. Because I like having a royal family because of the history part of it, because I like history, and I like, you know, a lot of the royal family's like architecture and artifacts and things like that, and paintings, and it's all that kind of stuff is part of history and it's stylized to be so and things like that. But then the thing that pissed me off is that he got a brand new fucking not solid gold, but gold plated carriage for this ceremony, and I think it was like 6 million or something. It was a ridiculous amount of money. It was millions for this gold carriage, and the thing that annoyed me was that I was like, the royal family has hundreds of ceremonial carriages that are genuinely old, genuinely sick, and you wanted a fucking new one to look like the old ones.
That's weird, isn't it?
Like, that's the weird bit. Like, if you got like a Damien Hirst carriage or something, I'd be like, well, he's trying to be down with the kids and have something new and whatnot. But he's not. He's just got a fucking Georgian-looking carriage, like all the other ones, but he wanted his own. And it's like, that's the thing that annoyed me. Because if I was in the royal family, obviously I'm not. If I was in the royal family, I would kind of. It's almost like tattooing. Like, I see it from a tattooing point of view. You want to respect the history and reuse the history and things like that. And that's what I would do, opposed to having fucking.
I know what you're
saying,
saying,
shit.
Because it would be cool just to dip back into the archives of what was available carriage-wise, and then be like, "Oh, it would be sick to bring that one out."
Also, like the nostalgia. I'm into history, and I'm also a very nostalgic person. So, like, for me, if I was him, I'd be like, I want to be in the same carriage that my mum was in when she got carriage. That's what I would do. I'd be like, "Where's that carriage? Bring me that carriage, because I want to do what she did." But instead, he went out on my own, and that's why I'm like, I don't get that.
They should have made it out of the parts left from the car left in the tunnel of Paris.
Yeah.
I think that would have been very fitting.
Yep.
Naturally, don't fix it up. Just.
What's his name? The guy that drove the car?
I don't know. Drunk Pete. I don't know what his name is.
He was on Big Brother, wasn't he?
What? Was he?
I swear he was. Have I made that up? I might have made that up.
His celebrity Big Brother, in that he. No, he wasn't.
I swear he was. Have I made this up?
I think you may have met. You think that he accidentally killed a princess, and then Channel 4 were like, "Hey yo, let's chuck you on TV."
They've done worse.
They've done worse than a guy who accidentally killed a princess. Let's see how he lives with a group of 10 people. Do you think that's
I might have
dangerous?
totally made this up.
It seems like he's either in prison or he killed himself the Epstein way.
I think I've made this up.
You've got to have made it up. The guy was caught drunk driving, killing a princess. Channel 4 will put some shit on TV. They will put naked people on TV. They'll put that open house thing where people are just fucking on TV.
Yeah, I made it up.
Yeah, I think they have a line. I think their line's very high up.
There was someone on there who was like, "Oh, I've got it mixed up with the other guy." The one who had a young man dead in his pool.
Oh, Michael Barrymore.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, but there's nothing to say that he did that, is there? It's just in his pool.
Yeah, but...
Pool's different to bath as well. Like, if it was inside his house.
True.
A pool, like, some guy could have just stumbled past, fallen in.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with that. I honestly have no idea whatsoever.
But I think that's where it stopped.
I think that's as famous as he is now as well. Like, you know, he was quite big on game shows and TV and stuff in the 90s.
I didn't even know that's what he did.
Yeah, I think he presented Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then that happened, and now everyone just knows him as, hey, didn't he have a dead guy in his pool? It's not even a good thing. There's not really I don't think there's any good or bad attached to it. I don't think anything ever happened to him.
I think it's majority bad attached to it because everyone assumes he had something to do with it.
But now his name is just known as that guy.
Yeah. Because it was a bit of a controversial scandal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because the headlines must have been wild when that happened. Like, it must have been like, Michael Barrymore has a dead kid in his pool.
Was it a kid?
It was a young man. Let me fact check that. I swear he was like not that far off 20. What do I put? Michael Barrymore.
Michael Barrymore. I mean, it's probably going to come up straight away. I reckon if you get Michael Barrymore in there, it'll come
Oh,
up.
man. So it's Michael Barrymore, shows, net worth, now, 2023, wife, TV shows, children, pool. It's quite far down. I was expecting to be right up there.
Is that on Wikipedia, though?
No, it's on Google.
Oh. That is not his age. How old is he?
He was 31.
Legal. By a long way. No problem. How is this guy a kid?
He looks quite young, doesn't he? Come on.
Oh, yeah, I mean, if you wanted to fuck kids and not get put in prison, he'd be the one you'd fuck. Yeah.
There you go, see?
Okay.
Looks like a young...
I wish we didn't say his name now. I'll just go back. I'll bleep that out because then we can say what we like then.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah.
What's he going to do?
I'm not too worried about him. It's not his interaction with us I'm worried about.
But what does it matter? We've just talked about Michael Barrymore and the kid who's dead in his pool, so if anybody wants to know the name, you can bleep out, but then it's going to go on fucking Google and find it anyway.
That is true, and I also appreciate being called a kid still, because I am 33.
Yeah.
So I'm only 2 years older than that kid, so at best I'm a teenager. I think.
Well, no, because you look like a fucking 40-year-old gamer. Let's try the right word then. That's not the right word. I don't know what you look like. You look old.
Thank you.
Yeah. You don't look 33?
33, yeah.
You don't look 33.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. Do you know, I think the beard fucks with it a lot. I think if I shave my beard off, it changes things a bit.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been thinking
I
about
would
that
agree
a
with
lot.
that.
But it gets to this length, and then my first thought is, let's just shave it all off.
Why don't you do an Adam and, like, just trim it first?
If I got it, I'm
Give
not
it
very
a
good
big
at trimming.
trim. Yeah, but go to fucking barbers. Get them to do it. Get a professional to trim your beard.
Where's the satisfaction in that? I like it when I get to just shave it all off, go downstairs with a mustache, and piss everyone off.
Oh, no, don't do that.
The mustache really suits you, by the way.
What?
You having a mustache.
It's so sudden. I've had one for, like, 2 years.
How's that so? We're talking about facial hair.
Yeah, but you've never commented on my mustache until now.
Yeah, because now you suit it.
Oh, right, until...
For the last 22, 23 months.
No,
No.
no.
But now.
I like having a mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be a mustache guy. In the past, I was always like, nah, not a mustache guy.
Mustaches are one of the sneakiest things at the moment, I think. Because in the 80s and 90s, when we were kids, you'd look back at pictures of people and they'd have mustaches, loads of mustaches about, weren't there, in those parents' photos and stuff. And you'd be like, ha ha, look at his noncy mustache face. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Look how stupid his mustache looks. Constantly. Everyone just got ripped for having a mustache.
Yeah.
And then mustaches are just snuck back in.
Yeah,
I see
they have.
plenty of mustaches. And no one's saying anything.
I think because they're just cool now.
Yeah, but they were cool then. To
Do
the people that-
do you think it's going to happen again? Do you think it's going to be a wave where, like,
100%.
mustaches... Yeah, but then, like, it depends on the crowd, though. You wouldn't have been saying that if it was like a cholo, would you?
Yeah, but I don't think they just have mustaches.
No, but cholo mustaches.
Yeah, that's a strong look.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you probably wouldn't have been like, ha ha, cholo mustache in the 90s.
No, I'm on
all
about-
the noughties, all the 10s, or now, because they always look sick.
No, I'm about everything through my silly white eyes. Look at all my
That's what I'm
white
saying.
shit.
Yeah, but you're looking at, like, your uncles and your brothers and your whatevers, your dads,
Yeah,
and it's like,
all of them.
yes, that's like, it's just a different circumstance. You might have looked at, like, I don't know, who has a famous mustache?
Tom Selleck,
Yeah. You
Burt
might-
Reynolds.
And at the time, you might have been like, haha, dad has a silly mustache. And you would have went, but he's sick.
Tom Selleck rode it out as well, because he had his mustache in the cool times of like the 80s.
So strong.
And then just kept having it all the way through the time when everyone was like, nah, not that, mate. Stop doing that now.
Did they?
Yeah, because mustaches weren't in fashion for ages. And it was always like, why you got a mustache?
I don't remember this as strong as you.
Yeah. Maybe I just resent how sneaky mustaches are. Mullets are doing the same thing. Mullets are laughable, and now they're like,
They're still
Hello.
laughable. No, they're not.
but they are getting better.
They're not.
I think they are.
I don't think they are.
I think they're in season at the moment.
I saw a guy in the gym the other day who had an insane mullet. Like, not insane as in good, insane as in I thought, Jesus Christ, you look mental.
This is going to be looked back and laughed at for sure. Mustaches, mullets, and Crocs. What is going on?
I don't think mustaches will, honestly. Maybe it's because I've got one.
I reckon they will. I got a mustache.
You got full beard, it's different.
Yeah.
I don't think
It's not the same
I don't think a
statement.
mustache and a beard counts. I think that's just a beard.
Yeah,
When you have a
yeah.
solo mustache, that's a mustache.
Yeah, it's more of a statement to just have the mustache.
Same as like a goatee. A goatee's not a mustache with a small beard. It's just a goatee.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I reckon
But I
that
don't.
just
I don't
goes-
think. I don't think mustaches are going to be laughed at as much as the other things. But I think mullets. I think mullets will be because they already are. Like when someone gets a mullet, you're like, ha ha, and then you just get used to it, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
But then you know, in like fucking 10 years, the photos of them with a mullet is going to be like, what the fuck were you doing?
But I think that's just the same with everything.
And I agree with the Crocs. I think it's the same thing. I think Crocs are just like ironically cool, and then.
But ironically, cool sticks. Like the stuff that I say in my day-to-day language that I started saying ironically, that it's just still there.
Like what?
Why do you have to put me on the spot like that?
Because I want an example.
Saying like totes. I'll say that occasionally. That's not even a good example. There's loads more that I use than that.
I think that's ironically cool. That's more just ironic.
Yeah, but more that I've just started. Now it's just in there. Now I just say it. There are other ones. I really should have been prepared with what the other ones were.
Yeah, you should have been.
Because what this means is I'm going to do them in a half hour when this is all over. And I'll go, that's one of them.
Maybe when you edit this, you can just like slap them off really quick.
Yeah.
Here's all the ones I say.
Bang, 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 bang. Now I've got to think of that many and hopefully be able to go, bang, 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 bang. That's them going, bang, 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 popping them. Why was Prince Andrew in so much of the coronation?
Because he's Prince Andrew. He's the king's brother.
Yeah, but like if that was me,
bro.
I'd have low-keyed him so
It's his
much
man,
more.
innit? That's what they do.
Slap kids' dicks together and make them do stuff.
Probably, yeah.
Or is that because he can't shake hands because his fingers are too fat? He's like, don't squeeze.
His fingers are too fat and his hands are too dry.
I didn't think there was going to be much of Prince Andrew televised.
Same. I really thought, like... I knew he'd be there, but, like... Because obviously he is now the king's brother. So it's like, I knew he'd be there, but I thought they might have, like put him in the, in the back. Like, on a row, to the side, in something low-key.
Yeah, like
that's the main thing.
Like a suit or something.
Low-key. They had him in fucking... medals and shit and fucking... shoulder things and frills and all this shit.
Oh, he was peacocking.
There was a fucking trombone behind him and a flag. There wasn't really, but I like to imagine that. He walks in the room and it's like... the children scatter. Run! And he's like... Where's the gun? That's what happened. That's what I saw anyway.
That's where my Michael Jackson argument fails, is that I'm happy to say that, if you paid off someone 12 million, then you must have done it. And then Michael Jackson did that several times. And in those cases, I go, he just didn't want the publicity.
Exactly. Yeah, you're happy to believe Prince Andrew's a paedophile, but then not Michael Jackson.
Yeah, because Prince Andrew didn't make Thriller.
Yeah.
Well, he did make a Thriller, but he didn't it wasn't recorded. Oh, it was recorded as well. There is a Thriller tape that he's made, and someone has it.
Yep. The police.
Yes.
Michael Jackson's a paedophile. 100%.
Okay. I'm happy that you want to believe that.
Do you want me to destroy your argument again?
You've never destroyed it.
The laptop filled with child pornography. There you go.
Yeah, that was the gardener. Everyone
Shut
knows
the fuck
that.
up. No, it's not.
The gardener planted that because that's what gardeners do.
That is the worst argument. I have no idea how his lawyers managed to convince people of that. It's the dumbest thing.
Yeah, because it's not about finding the truth for the lawyers. I mean, I'm now fighting on your side.
Yeah, they're finding the loophole.
Yeah,
they're finding anything.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, Michael Jackson's personal laptop is filled with child pornography, which obviously means it's his child pornography. And then they went, is there anyone who has access to your house? And he went, oh, the gardeners and stuff. And then they went, sweet. Oh, the gardeners and stuff. Gardeners, cleaners, like, it wasn't just the gardener. He did say, like, the gardeners, that's what they said. They said there's like so many staff in his house that can just walk into his bedroom anytime they want and download gigabytes of child pornography. And that's exactly what they tried. But that's what they pushed, and that's what got him. That's why they didn't clear him, but they went, right, well, we can't use that evidence then if somebody could also access his laptop.
My other argument, if I was on the other side trying to get him, would be like, well, so your laptop didn't have a password protecting it. And then if he went, no, it didn't. And I'd be like, you couldn't have had porn on there then. Why would you put child pornography on there without at least a password? That would be insane.
Because he's Michael Jackson.
No, because the gardener did it. Definitely.
Nope.
What happened to the gardener after that, by the way? After he got thrown under the bus?
No, because he didn't say the gardener. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, no, they're just saying there's a possibility for someone else
He
to
said
have
there's
done it.
multiple gardeners, house staff, cleaners, all this kind of shit that he said could access his laptop. So it must have been one of them. That's what they were
It is a thin strand to grip onto.
It is, yeah.
It is just the same as no, I don't sweat. Like, it's just ways
That
out.
combined with a theme park in his backyard and having sleepovers with children and multiple people coming forward and saying he did stuff, he's 100%. It's undeniable, in my opinion. The fact that some people still think he's not is dumb. I want to say the R word because the best word for it. It's fucking dumb. It's literally, dumb is not good enough. You are an idiot if you think, a fucking idiot if you think Michael Jackson's innocent.
Allegedly did things.
Fucking fact.
I don't think it's that black and white.
My best argument for it, right, which is my favourite one, is that I just say to people, if I said to you, I have a theme park in my backyard that I like to bring children to, and then I like to have them sleep over in my bed, what would you think? And everyone always goes, I probably think you're a bit of a nonce. And I'm like, exactly.
I'd be like, what's your back catalogue
He
like?
shouldn't get special treatment. He shouldn't get any special treatment just because he made fucking Thriller and also the music. That also, I just want to put out there, I don't fucking like Michael Jackson's music that much. I think it's a bit shit. He's not actually that good.
No, I don't listen to Michael Jackson's music. I just like to say things like that.
I know. But I'm just putting it out there just generally.
I've never gone onto Spotify and gone, Michael Jackson today.
Same. Never. Not once. Alien Ant Farm did it better.
And I also think that I go onto Spotify and think, I want to listen to Lost Prophets today more often than I think I want to listen to Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Way more.
And I don't very often.
But not never.
60,000 listeners a month. So
yeah,
someone's doing it.
Sometimes I can't help it, man. Like, it's hard to say. You just erase it because, like, fucking Lost Prophets. I want to see Lost Prophets when I was 13.
Did you?
It was one of the best gigs ever. It was
Is
great.
it bad that I still feel a little jealous of that or envious of that? Like, I would have loved to have done that because it's before everything.
It was
came out.
Brim Horizon supported as well.
That's mad, isn't it?
But it was Brim Horizon when they were...
When you were 13.
First album, so Count Your Blessings. So it was like metal. And then, who was the middle? From First to Last.
There was a middle in it as well.
That's a good Brim Horizon opened. Then it was From First to Last, which is Skrillex's old band. That's how you probably...
I didn't know that.
So, Skrillex.
I didn't know who From First to Last were.
So Skrillex,
yeah,
he used to have a band called From First to Last.
I had no idea.
Let me make sure I'm getting this right.
Yeah, you could be absolutely... I mean, I'm happy just to believe it. I'll pass this information on to new people I meet, and I'll let them keep walking away with that. And then if it is wrong, that's even better. He does look like he would be in a band.
Sonny Moore, also professionally known as Skrillex, was in...
What's his name?
Sonny Moore.
Sonny Moore.
Moore.
What?
There you go. So there's Skrillex, but From First to Last and Skrillex. There you go.
Had no idea. That is brand new information to me.
So he was in that band. And then he became Skrillex afterwards. But yeah, so Bring Me Horizon, From First to Last, Lost Prophets. And it was fucking sick. It was well good.
There's no allegedly about the stuff he did.
No, that's
pretty...
Well, he recorded it, so it's just...
Yeah, it's just
cut and dry, pretty... And there was mountains of chat logs and pictures and just a lot. It was really easy to pin that one.
Yeah.
Like, super easy.
You'd think a photograph of a man stood next to a 15-year-old girl in another country, that would be enough, wouldn't you? You'd think that would be good too, but I know it's not quite as damning.
Yeah, well, it's nowhere near.
But it's not a bit.
It's not a video with tattoos and stuff.
It's very hard for me to get a picture next to royalty, is what I would say.
What?
Like for a member of the public, someone who's not part of that clique, that group,
yeah,
it's very difficult for me to get a picture with one of them. So for this girl to have got this picture or have this picture taken, what was the motive? He wasn't like, oh, let's hang out with her. She seems like a good crack.
I mean, he's definitely a paedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't know how that couldn't have been... Maybe there is more damning stuff. Maybe that's why there was the payoff.
Well, no, I think that's where it gets... There probably was more damning stuff, but it just didn't go to court because of the payoff. So that was...
How does that work, though? Because I got into a fight once when I was out and about.
How do payoffs work?
More that, like, I got into a little fight with one of my friends, and then the police came over while we were fighting.
Yeah.
And then he stood up and he was like, he was like, no, we don't want anything else to happen here because it's just us two. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, we don't want any charges pressed or anything. We're good. And they were like, it's not up to you whether you want to do that or not. Because you're still fighting in the street.
So I think the difference is there is that you've had a police officer witness the violence.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference. And it's in a public domain and things like that.
But what I mean is, though, if I put that same kind of thing in in the Prince Andrew context, that
But the context
regardless of whether she wants to get paid off or not, surely they still go ahead with it. But actually no, because if she's not the key witness in the whole thing,
because she was
and without
pressing
her-
charges, that's the difference.
Oh right, okay.
When you're pressing charges, it's a my word against yours, like most of the time. Whereas when a police officer witnesses you doing something to someone else, it's then not a pressing charges thing. It's then the police officer is then a witness, and he's like, "I saw you do that," and I as a officer of the law can't watch you do that and be like, "That's cool."
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
that makes sense. Yeah,
It'd be the exact same thing if the police officer was there when Prince Andrew was having sex with his child. They would have went, "I can't watch you do that. You are now. I'm a witness. I'm going to write this up."
but why wouldn't you though? Why wouldn't you putting some effort in?
What do you mean?
The police officer. Why wouldn't you?
You can't be everywhere all the time.
That's what they do.
An air cab. They're all bastards. He get paid off as well. He works for the fucking royal family.
I love the idea of ACAB because so many of those people that say ACAB, if their house got broke into, would phone the police immediately.
Yeah.
It's fucking dumb.
The ones that say they wouldn't, I'm like, well, what would you do?
Yeah, like someone's holding you at knife point or something, and you happen to have a phone to your ear. You're like, I'm not calling the police. They're a bunch of bastards, and I'm going to get stabbed instead. That's the thing. Everyone always would just go straight to calling them again.
Yeah. The only people that I believe wouldn't is like really, really bad people.
Yeah, if they've got more to lose from them turning up.
Who
then
could
yeah.
totally handle their own shit.
Yeah.
Most people can't.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, that's why you
And
fail.
it's just got fun to say ACAB.
Yeah.
Because it's like, ha, ha. But yeah, I would definitely call the police.
I have had some in-depth conversations with people, and they said it's not about that. It's more about just the current state of the police and things. And it's used as like just a brash term to like say you're against the police in what they are.
That's discrimination. We're trying to fight against that
Yeah.
in a lot of areas, but we're trying to get away from those stereotypes and the way people behave as a group, but we're happy to lump that on the police still.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, all being exactly the same, even though we're trying to break away from those ideas in the rest of society. And it's the same people that are doing the active, like, sort of campaigning for both of those things at the same time.
No, but I think their point is that like not they're saying that all cops are bastards because even if you are a good policeman who is true and just, you still stand for and stand by the bad ones because they're not. There's no police standing up.
Yeah. I think that was a horrible sound.
That was a really you sudden pig.
so much phlegm in my nose. Then I went to breathe and it just went.
Oh,
It tastes good though. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Maybe I think a lot of this is from American stuff too. I think we just take on too much American news. I know that we have bad shit happen here too.
yeah, quite a lot. Police are
They've
pretty
been
shit
doing
over
some
here as
naughty
well.
stuff as individuals.
I mean, wasn't that one that fucking killed that girl?
Yeah, as an individual.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean that's probably one of the worst things recently.
Yeah.
Certainly one of.
But then nobody, like, you know, that's what a lot of these people say is that none of the police were protesting about that.
Yeah, because they were working.
Yeah,
Because they had to beat up the people who were protesting.
Exactly. That's the point.
Who else is going to beat them up and put them in prison for
So in those
protesting?
arguments, I am kind of like I don't believe in all cops are bastards because I just think I agree with you. It's like too much of a discriminative term to say like all of them, and I do just think that the ones that maybe are good police but then aren't, you know, trying to protest against the other ones. It's then just like it's a difficult stance to be in because you want to keep your fucking job.
Yeah, it is a tough one because the pressures are coming from all different directions. Like professionally, the fact that you're probably not going to get a promotion after if you start.
Yeah, you have to think.
campaigning
Like you have to think for yourself. And me personally, I'm inherently quite selfish, and I do try to think of myself before anyone in most things.
I think that's most people though.
Nah, fucking
is.
Rasheen's not.
But she's a good person though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's people like her who don't think about themselves before they do. Like, she thinks about herself sometimes, but most times she thinks about other people and before herself.
I think there's still a lot of people though.
Yeah, a lot. But that's what I'm saying from me, from my perspective. That's what I'm like. So I can understand the police officers that are like, man, if I do protest some shit, then I'm gonna be fucked. Like, me.
Yeah.
You got to think about yourself before other people. But also, if I was thinking,
But they're not thinking about just themselves. They might be thinking about their family and their.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Yeah,
like,
their situation,
their bubble.
Yeah. But then at the same time, I'm also like, if I was thinking about myself, I probably wouldn't become a police officer.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. But I'm not very good with like confrontation and stuff, so I wouldn't have a good time. I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be good at it.
I'd love to see you arresting someone.
Plus,
Genuinely,
I wouldn't be able to just stop making jokes about stuff that was happening.
Oh man, I really want to see you in full kit trying to arrest someone.
I look dumb in
That
just
would
the
be
hat. I put the hat on and it
hilarious.
looks ridiculous
Your
already.
happy little face with your ears poking out.
I do have like happy ears.
Yeah.
Like they're already too comical just as ears.
Excuse me, sir, can you stop that?
With my fucking resting grin face.
You do have a proper, like, I know you're going to hate this, you do have like the jolliest resting face.
You
Like,
can't
it's
say
just jolly.
Jolly means fat. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, but you've got big fat cheeks.
I have got big chubby cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all friends here. You're a bit fat. I'm fat.
A bit
but I don't think I've got a jolly resting face. I think my
No.
resting face is like, I'm going to stab you. Like,
Yeah, you have got a.
I think even my smiling face is a bit menacing sometimes. Like,
Oh, that's actually worse. Don't do that. That's considerably worse. That's so much more threatening than your non-expression face. That looks like whatever you're about to do, you're very happy about. It's actually making me a little uncomfortable sat looking at it.
that's why I don't smile. That's why I hate whenever in photos people like smile and I'm just like, nope.
Yeah, because you don't smile with your teeth.
Honestly, yeah, I think that's part of it.
It's because you don't open your mouth when
Do you
smile.
smile with your teeth? If
Yeah, but my mustache goes over.
I was taking a photo of you and I'm like, smile.
Oh, not this again.
Go on. Smile.
Yeah, I think I'd
Is
go
that how
teeth.
you would smile?
No, I wouldn't smile like that, but I would go for teeth. No, normally I have to take a second in photos to try and get myself to feel like happy again.
Whatever the circumstance.
I just have to like take that one mask off and then just quickly put another on. Then,
Is that it? Is that your
I don't really
smile?
know. I like to try and be caught mid-laugh. Don't know. This is because this. Got take it and then I'll put it on there as well.
Yeah, smile.
Right. Okay. Give me a sec.
Do you... That's horrible.
Yeah, I'm not very good at smiling. Let me see it.
Oh, God.
Is it terrifying? Let me see. Oh, it's awful. I look like someone's accidentally seen a face in like a rock feature, and there's just a load of grass in the foreground.
Just like cutting the bottom.
Oh, my eyes are Harold's. You know the Harold's eyes. I didn't realise I had that smile.
Like, that could be a man who is smiling, about to cry, in severe danger.
Man, look at the bags as well. It's been a fucking long weekend. I didn't realise I was the same as that Harold guy.
Who's Harold?
You know the meme guy who you can't tell if he's happy or sad?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a bit of him.
A bit of Harold face.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he just looks panicked.
Yeah. But he looks like happy and sad at the same time. And I think that's what I look like in that picture
Yeah.
as well.
That's good.
I'm not a fan of pictures like that anyway.
What?
Just general, like standing, like people saying, let's get a picture. That automatically just makes me go, oh no, this isn't going to be good. I'd much prefer to someone like just caught me like in a candid photo where I was already interacting with
Yeah,
someone.
same. I prefer that.
Because I think I feel deeply that I'm about to smile when I don't want to or need to smile.
What?
It makes it feel insincere, the smile, because I'm smiling for a picture to make it look like I was happy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I am happy, but I wasn't walking around happy all day smiling.
Okay, yeah.
Whereas-
That's such an in-depth way to look at happy pictures.
Yeah, because it's not real. I think people are making moments and then taking a picture of them rather than capturing moments that are happening.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And
I get
capturing
that.
moments is so much better than
100%.
making them.
Yeah.
Because making them is just, oh, here's a picture. Whereas, like, yeah, the moment is like, oh, what had he just said then? Like, what had made you start doing that? Like,
Yeah.
What were you guys on about? You're like, you're having a good time. Where it's like, oh, no, we're just all smiling and facing the same direction in this photo. Yeah. It's weird.
Like, that's what I want for, like, my wedding. Like, I haven't talked to Calvin yet about, like, how we're going to do it. But I'm going to... I plan on having, like, a few pause shots. Like, obviously, I definitely want a whole group shot of everyone who's there during the day.
You do have to have those, though.
Yeah, just because that's cool. Like, that's everyone I fucking love in one picture. That's just cool.
This is not me saying I'm against those pictures.
Yeah.
More just saying I prefer the others. Yeah.
100%. So that's my plan, is to, like, group shot. Obviously, some of me and Machine, but not many, because I just don't want to, the venue's a bit... There's nowhere for us to snuck off and get photos. We're just going to be in front of everyone. Yeah. It's going to be fucking hella awkward. And then...
might be a nice way to do it. Just have everyone behind you when you get your pictures. Just go and kiss her again.
Oh yeah. Oh god, I don't even want to do that. I don't like any. I don't like posing for photos in general. But yeah, I'm mainly going to say to him, like, because he is. I think he's there from obviously start until, I think he said he leaves around 8 or 9 or something like that. So once, like, we've done those posed ones after because obviously we get married and then we do the posed ones. After that, it's like everything I want is candid. I don't want anything else to be posed, just candid. I don't want him to walk around and be like, "Hey, smile," like, to each table and get some of the guests. I want all the guests to just be having a good time and him to be hiding behind a pillar or in a bush, just capturing everyone.
The kind of behaviour that normally you wouldn't endorse.
Yeah.
But in this case, yeah.
Yeah, basically trying to sneak around.
You want him to use his voyeurism to get the nice pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I got married, I specifically asked for someone who did nightclub photography. So that they could, like, sneak around hiding and then get those pictures of people.
Okay.
But yeah, it means we got loads of pictures of, like, people obviously talking and laughing and messing around, but then there'd be, like, a glass in the foreground and, like, all still done super nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was very much like, don't tell people to stop. Just get pictures of whatever they're doing.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer candid. But the problem with candid, right, is that sometimes, obviously, someone will post a photo of me candidly, and I'm like... and I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, but I still like that.
That's a bad one.
Because you caught me being, like, in my real me. And I'd prefer whatever that looks like, but to be sincere. Because it's like,
yeah, but sometimes you caught me being me at the wrong second at the wrong angle.
Yeah, like, because when you're laughing, there's every millisecond counts. You could be...
Yeah.
Back here, you could be like there's definitely... yeah, trying to catch your breath and coughing after.
But sometimes those photos are good. But I can laugh at myself. But I can understand why other people don't like them.
Yeah. But it's the ones where they're just looking straight at the camera. Do you reckon that girl was like, fucking buzzing, I'm getting a picture of a fucking prince here?
I don't know what point that picture was taken, so I can't comment on that.
I'm hoping it's pre now I've said that.
Is it after the fact?
That makes that picture so much worse if it is. I'm going with pre, just so I can live happily.
Yeah.
Or happier.
And she got 12 million, so...
Yeah, I bet she's smiling now.
Probably not. This is a horrible way to end.
And yet it's gonna.
Long live the king.
Yeah.
And his brother who paid 12 million to buy off a girl he raped.
And based on his age right now, long live is probably only a couple years anyway.
The king?
Yeah.
Fucking look at those fingers. Yeah, you got fucking 2 minutes left.
I wonder what his feet look like. If his fingers look like that, his feet must be blowing up.
Yeah. God damn.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye.